said something really funny the last time that we were together. And you said, once you understood what Rejuvi's value proposition was, your first thinking, this wasn't when we were together, you just said this out loud. The first thing that you thought about was, it can't be done.
Yeah.
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 And so I want to pull these things together, is that the reward in being willing to take a look at what stronger together means from a leadership development perspective, meaning growth of the human is a feedback loop with growth of the business. There is great reward. And the great reward is, at the end of the day, what you are now going to have access to is something that we've always thought could never be done, but that we've always wanted, which is we can understand the value of leadership development inside of our organizations, right?
Totally.
That's what we can understand. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, it has felt like this mercurial thing, leadership development.
Mhm.
I think intuitively we understand. If we become more empathetic, uh, you know, uh, better supported leaders, and we build things with people, and we don't do it to them, for them, and like, the right outcomes will happen. The problem
Mhm.
is we probably can't really draw a line between these things here and that right outcome. And
Mhm.
when I like finally understood, oh, Rejuvi has like a machine that sits underneath it that can draw the lines, that's what made me think, really?
Mhm.
Like, there's a lot of inputs there.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of variables, I suppose, is
Mhm.
what I was thinking. But the more I've come to understand it, uh, the more I'm like excited about it, because I really think that is the missing piece. We spend a bajillion dollars on leadership development, and I think much of it is money that's well enough spent, but we don't know how well targeted it is, and we can't really show the outcomes.
Mhm.
Like, did the CEO get 10% better because of his coaching?
Mhm.
Did middle management get 18% better because of their
Mhm.
middle management training? Like, we don't really know,
Mhm.
because that's not how we set it up. We just
Mhm.
feel like it's the right thing to kind of do, and
Mhm.
so we do that.
Mhm.
And that's what got me excited.
As you were talking through that, we had a message in the chat, and you said it. I don't. What was the technical phrase you used? Bajillions,
Yeah, yeah.
bajillions, bajillions.
Yep,
Actually,
exactly.
we believe that it's a $1.25 trillion spend that organizations in North America. So the idea is that organizations are trying to help their leaders, from the team leader level all the way through your C-suite level, from entry to exit. And I think that saying, you said it's well enough spent. I think that's actually generous, right? I think
Yeah,
that,
I'm trying to be generous to my
yeah,
colleagues,
me too. I
and
think you're being,
coaches and trainers
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, I think you're being generous. I think that for the most part, that that organizations would say, we don't have any idea what we got for that 1.25 trillion. All that we do know is that most of our people still don't feel like they have the leadership skill necessary in order to really feel confident in the jobs that we've asked them to do. That's the truth about the situation that we're actually in. And I want to paint a picture of hope here,
Mhm.
because the idea is that when you are open to considering the fact that modern leadership has arrived, when you are open to considering that modern leadership is this beautiful feedback loop between growth of the human and growth of the business,
Mm.
and when you are, and when you can start to see, for example, that there is a body of work sitting underneath that, it can help you to push back, to push past only believing the intuitive value of leadership development, and it can get you to this place where you are controlling things, can understand them empirically. And so for you and I, that's the reward, right? That's the reward of moving to the stronger together model of leadership development.